and switching our focus to the Gaza Strip. After the elimination of Yahya Sinwar, the head of the murderous terrorist organization Hamas, IDF forces continue the extensive operation in Gaza aimed at dismantling this organization. As part of the operations in the field, the IDF published documentation from the three main combat zones: Rafah in the southern Gaza Strip, Central Gaza, and Jabalia in the northern Gaza Strip, showing the activities of the forces in their fight against Hamas. The IDF forces have used a combined arms approach to their operations in the Gaza Strip, incorporating air, ground, artillery, and even sea forces to apply maximum pressure on Hamas wherever and whenever they could be located and destroyed. Rafah, the Hamas capital in the south of the Gaza Strip near the border with Egypt, was an important strategic asset for Hamas activity. We can see this by the extensive tunnel system that they used to smuggle weapons things back and forth to Egypt. Ever since entering Rafah, the IDF forces have been working to uncover and destroy terrorist tunnels alongside targeted operations designed to hit senior Hamas commanders operating in the area. Also, in the center of the Gaza Strip, IDF soldiers are working to dismantle the infrastructure that Hamas built up over many years, including warehouses of weapons and command and control systems. The fighting in central Gaza is intense, with battles in built-up territory where the forces are required to fight the complexity of population density. The IDF's latest operation in the northern Gaza Strip continues to expand, along with the evacuation of the population from large areas. The city of Jabalia has been the scene of intense fighting in recent days, although the civilian population is beginning to move in large numbers out of the city, enabling the IDF to concentrate on the remaining pockets of Hamas activity. Another big issue that's come up in recent days is the death of the late Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar. Some voices are trying to lionize this evil man, saying that he died heroically, fighting the Israelis to his last dying breath. But this is an absurd fairy tale that will do nothing to improve the situation for Palestinians, Israelis, and anyone else. The undeniable truth is that Sinwar died as he lived, as a coward, running away from danger, while he sent other people to fight and die for the sick, twisted, and evil vision for the future that he had talked himself into believing was possible. We can be quite sure that in his last moments, as he sat on a filthy sofa on the second floor of a destroyed house, he looked out through the massive hole that had been blasted in the wall and saw his legacy. He saw Gaza in ruins, and the IDF troops are victorious against his terrorists of Hamas. And I like to think that as he slipped away, the thought might have passed through his mind that it was all his fault. Or maybe he already knew that, and this is why he and his fellow Hamas leaders had grabbed all the cash that they could find, along with fake documents, and were trying to make a run for the tunnels that would take them out of the Gaza Strip that they ruined and bring them under the border into Egypt. From there, they could flee to comfort and safety somewhere else. Maybe they plan to make a run for the luxurious hotels of Doha, Qatar, where Hamas leaders like Khaled Mashal still spend their days planning ways to send other people's children to fight in this war while they enjoy the good life in the hotels. Contrary to the false narratives which are already being emerged, Sinwar did not go down fighting, unless you count throwing a stick at a drone as going down fighting. The IDF soldiers who found his body said that he spent his last moments covering himself up with blankets, trying to hide instead of reaching for an AK-47 rifle beside him.